Yo wategerera amamochari abwateranitiye umugavana wa kaunti ya Nyamira Nyaribo nige gati ya abaseneta benyorera libaga lyokorwa ebirengeri byabo kubwatikana na mamochayo okwana bosi bw'Senate OMOSENETA ARON nigo agania abaseneta bamwe kwira libaga lyokumurikira ali abereka gokorekana ase kaunti ya Nyamira ase kolende abagakwenekebuna aba MCA mbaikiranitiye ekerengo kiria keganire asoko mwaka isiko umugavana wa kaunti yo.
Mathematics, Mr. Speaker, is plain and simple. You know that 12 divided by 2 is 6. And you know that if you want to get a third of that 12, Mr. Speaker, then it is 4. If you want 2/3, it is 8. And you'd imagine that in many of our county assemblies, Mr. Speaker, especially following through with the decision that this House made barely a year ago in the first impeachment proceedings against the governor of Kericho County, Mr. Speaker, county assemblies will be aware of the decision of this House, because this House made the decision that there is no quarter or half of a human being. That if you move on to the next, so long as it is a decimal, even if it is 0.1, then it means you go to the next, because the language of the Constitution is not less than, Mr. Speaker. That tells you it cannot be below. If it is 12 and you have 12.1, already 12, it is less than. Therefore, it cannot qualify. And it is for that reason that we have said that so long as you have a decimal beyond the 0.00, you go to the next number. That having been the case, Mr. Speaker, and if our colleagues from the County Assembly of Nyamira had taken time to read through the provisions and the ruling that this House made in that matter last year, Mr. Speaker, they will have appreciated that the requisite quorum as prescribed in law would have been 24, Mr. Speaker. The second item, which is something that I find quite strange, Mr. Speaker, that it is even in their standing orders, because that's what I had Counsel for the Assembly say. And I say this a lot with tremendous respect to Advocate Katwa Kigen, because he's a senior counsel, somebody I respect, a friend of mine, Mr. Speaker, that in the County Assembly of Nyamira, their standing orders provide for an alien creature, alien to any legislature world over, has a provision called voting by proxy. I have never heard of such an animal, Mr. Speaker. Even as you know, if you follow the proceedings of this House, Mr. Speaker, before we take any vote, the sergeant at arms, after the division bell is rung, always move round to ensure that the voting booth, all the 67 of them, if it is not occupied by an individual voting, then that machine is inactive by removal of the card. That is to prevent exactly that, because it is not possible to transfer your delegated legislation role, Mr. Speaker.